So let's change this to what are we gonna do? The 500. So 1 week 500 leading that's heading northeast. There you go. 18 stocks. That's on the weekly time frame. Out of 500 stocks it just scanned, you only got 18 results. That doesn't mean you're just gonna buy all 18 stocks. So look them up one by one and see how they look. Here they are. So which is the ones that were are the, the big names? Netflix, I don't know, LW, whatever, Campbell Company, LEN. That's what I have shares about shares on this one. Uber popped up this week. XYZ blog got a big pop this week. You see, it's because this rotation is, but that doesn't have the buy signal. So plus, we don't know that they're gonna cut off 40% of their workforce. That's what the news came out. Match, Dell got a strong earnings, got a big, huge pop. WRB, VLTO is still kind of weak. Still got to take another. Berkshire Hathaway. Now these are the ones are pretty close to the benchmark. So they're always going to be a little tricky. So always I try to stay focused this part. So okay, you have more alpha here. But you have to look at this, what you're dealing with. Do you see any materials here? Do you see any industrial stocks here? No, because they all ran their course. So they were here somewhere slowly here. Now they're just came back and now they're trying to show this hook that based on, how I have it scripted, and then it's gonna be ready to make a move. So I'm already moving. Yeah, some of them is gonna have earnings, some of them will get lucky with some sort of a news, but we don't know that. None of this stuff is gonna time the news for you. This is all. So now the where's healthcare stocks? It's just like utility stocks. Like, where are all the other sectors? When the breadth is market breadth is that narrow, is it's I'm not I know how rotation works. I know how I have this thing scripted for years. You don't only see 18. This S&P 500, you gotta have to have at least like 60, 80 names. This thing, boom, goes all the way down. For 500 stocks. It's very tight, you know? So it's not like stocks that like, we'll look at, like, let's say we look at Uber. So we got Dell here. Where is this thing? So here you got the Dell with the, so that's the pop right there on Dell. So same thing, April low went all the way. Kind of looks nice. I mean, chart looks pretty good. Now I got a massive pop on earnings. So he had a low here. Made a high here. Now you got this high, 168. Plus you got this trend line resistance here. So that's going to be the upside path on a breakout. So we there were many um earning pop that we haven't seen, and they were all got faded. So look at all the Datadog and all the other ones. You still remember all the other stocks? See, got a huge pop here, faded. The overall market is just gonna be whipsaw. It just, yeah, I mean, these stocks looks promising, but that doesn't mean they're just gonna keep it ripping. This market sells off 700 points on Monday or Tuesday. You know, it's just these ones will take a long time, but they are the ones are ready to open positions on. That's I can tell you. Uber is one of them. LEN. It's very narrow breath, very annoying. You know, mid cap. This is a scan between 400 stocks. Same thing. Now, these are the stocks are not in the S&P. 14 out of 400. Most of these companies we don't even know. So, okay, so we can do by sectors. Okay, you want to go into oil? Some it's Dino is oil. Real estate is two of them. This HR and STAG, Stag Industrial. Parson, PSN, that's the technology. It's just like, I mean, volume wise, this got a pretty big volume right there. It's a package software company. I don't know, this BSY, whatever it's called. Yeah. So it has a potential. I mean, it has a confirmed rotation, and now let's see if the swing flips and it finally make its way up. Now, if you wanna, it's just you don't see things the way I do. That's the, but I'm not gonna sit here and post 10,000 different way. Go to a daily time frame. Okay, here you go. So now when you go to a daily rotation, so these are the names right there. Aerospace here. This is the S&P. So CS, whatever. CH Robinson, biotech here. There's three of them. Casino, Win, data processing. This J Jacob Solutions. But when you're looking at here, then don't expect it's going to be two different things. Now you look at the one stock. Oops, J. Here's daily. See, that's why it shows up on the scanner. Now here's weekly. Looks good. Both time frame looks pretty good on that stock. So as a matter of fact, we can do the same thing here. Open up. I'm just showing you all these scanners. Here's all the stocks, right? So we can just put the name here. It's kind of hard to see sometimes. So we know which stock is which. These are all the stocks just got scanned, like, you know, on a daily time frame. So now we go here to the weekly time frame. Look, same stock. Look, wind where is going. This one right there. Really. This is on a weekly time frame here. So you got, so you gotta try to see if the price can takes out this high right there. But then if you go to a daily time frame, you see, it changes everything. Small, shorter swings, more noise, more false signals. You know, rotation is going to be different, chart's going to be different, swing is going to be different, signal is going to be different, different RSI, different moving average. So, I mean, what are you trying to compare? I mean, you look at just like the daily time frame, you have a 50 and a 50 and what, 200. These are the uh, two moving averages. 50 is right there as 200. When the stock is going to take that big of a beating, you're buying something here on in a lagging quadrant. You don't want to chase stocks here because a lot of the moves already been done. You know, so that just makes a big difference. Like this is a whipsaws everywhere. Jacob Saloy, this is see same thing. April low made a move all of it since in October. It's say every stock's in the same way. I mean, you're all the bottoms are at April low. These are the top right there. It's the same thing we're looking at those Qs and X, all the indexes and everything. But if you ETFs and stuff are just more sideways index, stocks are just taking more deeper retracements. They're more, obviously stocks are always going to be more volatile. ETFs don't drops 40, 50%. But everything is being measured from last April low to this. It's a clear five-way move. One, two, three, four, five. You got five-way move here. There's some sort of a, I don't know, WXY or ABC you want to do. And now it has, if it can make this way back up, got double top, sorry, double bottom. Just pretty range bound since October high. Rotation looks good. But the bet that you're willing to make and see if the price can go up here. That's the high and that's the double bottom right there. That's the range. Yeah, rotation is one thing, technical chart is another thing. You gotta have to look it up and say like, okay, well, you can't just blindly take trades because yeah, the hook is coming up. Okay, I'm gonna throw money on it. If I would be sitting and trading four, $500, $500 positions, I would have had 50, 60 of them are open. I'll take all of them. That's not a problem for me at all. But I'm not gonna sit here and throw three, $4,000 worth of risk. Some accounts you buy much bigger, larger size, just randomly pick stocks. It's a very narrow rotation here. It's very narrow. You can't chase stocks that are you want positions, early positions. These are the ones they're gonna run in next couple days or weeks or so. It depends which one is gonna make his way out. But you're fighting here, but at the same time, The stock is not ready on a weekly time frame anyways. It doesn't mean that I don't trade daily time frame. I do all the time. But then I don't look at this. I'm just only trying to play a counter trend move. That's it. I can play a little small pop on that thing up to 23 point or 23.6 to 38.2% retracement. You're done. The bigger picture here, the stock is weakening. What do you expect? The stock is going to rip all the way back to the upside because the daily looks so promising? Signal means nothing. Okay. Rotation means first. Rotation first, then signal. This is real capital flow. This is the thing that you need to understand how market works, how it trades. Where money is rotating is either going in or is it going out. This is not some some guy sitting on the you're picking up random stocks. This is top of the line institutional trading investing that you're looking at here on this. All these hedge funds, big, huge, the banks and stuff, they're all looking at this, but they don't even have who knows? I mean, I'm pretty sure they're using a different way, but there's only what two, I believe. There's charts.com or whatever, and and uh, and this software, Optima does that. But the thing is this, when you open up the the re- the the default, that's just like you want to look at where's the sectors here. It's just these are just a default, so you just look it up anywhere. But the point is like you see that little banner right there? Ratio, momentum, angle ROC, distance, heading, velocity, quadrant. Look, all those ratios. It has meaning. They're not just there because but they just look good. You have to sit and think the whole process, how to put everything together. This tight range, this we're just not in the expansion phase. There's a weekly right there. So we can clearly see XOK. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say, but I well, we're Q1, this market is just literally not going anywhere. I can tell you that. Okay. Why I'm saying this is see right there. How do you think the market is going to move? Somebody can explain me that. When three of the names here will flip, three, not one or two or three. You need minimum three out of seven. That's when the NDX is going to move. Then the S&P is going to move. You need three leaders, three generals. Now you go to a daily time frame. Okay. Apple looks promising, Amazon looks promising, Google looks promising now, Meta looks promising, and Netflix. So now you sit in here. What do you want to trade? So we change this, change back to this. Everything is changing now. You tell me what do you want to trade? Told you so many times the number one reason most traders lose money every single year because they trade on a wrong time frame. So they're so damn confused all the time. A market never trades based on a daily rotation or a daily time frame. Weekly open and weekly close. That's what matters. Daily time frame is full of liquidity traps up and down. Big money, okay? Large institution money. They take positions based on weekly time frame. They're looking at a weekly rotation. Nobody's gonna put millions of dollars in a daily time frame. You know how many times these guys sit on a CNBC calling out stocks when I look and compare this, you know, Josh Brown. This dude is literally sitting on a laptop on a live TV watching rotation and just to give him a couple of random names. How many times I see that? But he's picking up stocks that are already here. Every one of the stocks that he he calls out on CNBC and Fast Money is sitting on the improving quadrant. He just called out, I believe, what is it called? The garbage company. What the garbage company?
Waste management,
Yeah, waste management.
WT.
Yeah, he's looking at this. There you go. You see? He wouldn't call this waste management on a daily is weakening. But he made a call yesterday. This. The other day, I believe, is on Tuesday or something, Tuesday or Wednesday. He picked out like four names because I have a TV right behind me. So I looked up those four names. They're all sitting like this. Like, dude, just dude is like literally sitting watching rotation, calling out these names. But he's picking out a way late moves, meaning the stock is gonna have a quite a bit of run off the low. There you go. You see? No, he's on a weekly time frame. Here. This stock has been running for a long time. It's already up 24% off the lows, right? What he's trying to play this breakout because you see, like all of this move, it's already been done. We're looking at stocks coming from here because this is where we want to catch the move. I want to entry here. I want to pay here. Why the heck in the if I be willing to pay 195, 200, 210, for a stock, why would I pay 240 for a stock all the way to the highs? Because I'm trying to play a breakout. Even this was a buy signal triggered here on this January 16th. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, been 6 weeks, so month and a half. Like he's calling on me because he's trying to play this breakout. I mean, that's fine. That's his money. I'm not trying to compare or trying to compete, but it's just a different way of looking at things. It's not how I look at them. I mean, I wouldn't buy this stock. Absolutely not. This thing is already rejected 3 times here. I mean, there's a pretty good chance it might go this time, but it's a very, very late entry. Plus, you got an overthrow here on a cycle as well. Netflix right there. Nice, huge pop. Like, well, yes, not, it's, it's positive now for the year to date now. It's the only stock just turned positive yesterday after a 23% move. Weeks after this thing took a crazy beating. 18 weeks from October 24th high, 18 weeks, 40% drawdown, week after week after week. I mean, look at all these candles, man. It's insane. Not a single green candle for the week, except for this doji one. That was just all faded as well. Buy, there was a buy signal here. So it's just everything is just whipsaws. Heck is just mm-mm. See, when you have a weekly downswing, it's just the daily just is always gonna fight really hard. This is what I say is the weekly is the engine, daily is just the gearbox. Stock just don't run too far. It just okay. Netflix is down 28% from the 52 weeks high. Meta is down 17. Google is down 9%. Amazon is down 17%. These are all the stocks that are off the 52 weeks high. So now the question is, when any of this stock is going to make a new 52 weeks high this month? Well, I don't know this month, but in the coming months. Microsoft is down 27%. The worst one. And then, well, Netflix is 28 as well. So they do side by side. Nvidia down 14% off the highs. Tesla 17, Apple 7, Amazon 17. So now the question is, which stock is going to make a 52 weeks high? Well, S&P made several new highs, right? Dow made a new high. Russell made a new high. Q's, NDX, XLK. So the only three of them has not made a new high. Or neither did or except Google did. None of the other stock has made a new high yet.
Mo,
Yeah.
I have a request. You cover, Mag 7 and you know, broad market quite a lot every day. But I am interested in what to buy now. So forget about Mag 7 and the tech stocks because they're gonna be on sideway for at least for a month. So can you go over like, weekly signals of, stocks that fired weekly signals and how those stocks look in terms of RRJ and also horse cycle and so forth? Because, I want to deploy money where the, you know, upward move is coming.
It's right here. That's your choice. I don't care about signals. I care about this. This comes first. This now from here you're gonna filter.
So can you go over them one by one?
Odell already got a pop right there.
Yeah, you
Dell.
already talked about that. You talked about
Netflix already got a
Netflix,
move.
right?
This SRE electric utility. This is utility, so the weekly utility looks good on this one. So let me just do it this way. Now, if we do wide search, we can go to 1500. Let's do 2000. Russell 2 is gonna have all these names, plus it's gonna have more. Now I'm gonna run a 2000 stock scan. So some weird companies you're not gonna even know about, but yeah, 48 names in a 2000 stocks. So do by sector. Utilities, you got one. Equity, I don't know this SE. This is the one that I picked it up, remember? SEG. This one, I hate looking at a stock after hours, to be honest. I try rather do it when market opens, and that's when you open up an entry. You're looking at a stock, looks so damn good after the close. Here, the next day morning, the stock boom got a huge pop. You know, just I'll show you the here. See, rotation first, signal second. Millions times I repeat this thing every single day. So I have PNR, this CRSP, and this SEG. So these are the three names that I picked it out from. So like I'm putting money in there. There's just some of these companies I don't even know about. But why I'm willing to trade those? Because it has a confirmed rotation and it has a confirmed buy signal. So the other one was CRSP, got a huge pop. Stock went up 12.5%. Pretty clean zigzag move. So on this one, two, three, four, five. A three-way move down and B. So now we're trying to see if we can get to a measured move, which is this is what I'm going to be focused on. It's just to play this from here to here. How many weeks, months is going to take? Well, I don't know. We'll find out. As long as we hold this 46, 48, this week low, which was February 9th. See if we could, I know which, how long, how it's going to go. We don't know that, you know? Can go this way, pick up faster. We cannot predict the movement. Yeah, if we can be lucky with the 7, 8, 9 straight weeks of a melt up, yeah, those are the best ones. They're just week after week. This one is up 3 weeks so far. So you got one, two, three. So it's 3 week rally so far. So there's some of them. You see, this one was one, two, three, four, five. This one ran pretty good as well right there. So that was always because the third wave. Third wave always moves non-stop. So we'll see. I put so many trade and stocks here, but you guys just look at entertain stuff here. Why you don't want to trade? Well, because I was too bored. Just say like, yeah, just throw it out there. All these stocks, these are all industrial energy. They're all here. These are all scans. This
Yeah,
was,
well, those are already, went up, a
yeah,
lot.
of course.
So what I'm asking is
I
to
know
go
I'm gonna
over,
get there. I'm gonna
yeah,
get there.
what's coming in your radar now.
Correct. That's what I've been looking for. It's just like these mid name. This one got killed. ECL, like DLR. I mean, these stocks went insane. This one stopped out. This one is still going. I have positions open on these stocks right there. Same thing right there. Look. One stopped out here. This SAH mid cap. This one got invalidated. OTIS. This got a whipsaw right there on earnings. I remember that. This one was a very tight one. 26.77 entry at 25.70. I was like, that's a 1 point risk. I was like, screw it. I'll take it. But the rest of them are going. These are all trades. They're still working. You don't need all, you trading a basket. Okay. Out of that basket, you're going to have two, three stocks. They're just going to explode. They're going to make up the difference. You got a mid cap right there. I mean, I understand the capital issue, right? Some people don't have enough capital. I get that. Like 90% of the people always marry to options all the time. They don't want to look at anything. They should thinking about like we should own something. Everything has to be option. So what I'm trying to do is like these two right there, which is very small, that that I'm because now the rotation is just it's still not because large cap. I want to add some big names here. Now we got energy here, the all the other ones. The industrial ECL is here. The ECL is went up from 271 down to 306. So like so the one, little by little you just keep adding. I'm gonna close some of them here, run another scan on a small cap to see what else could add and add here. So I'll just keep continuing the whole list for the whole year and keep updating this thing after a couple weeks because these are weekly rotation. They're weekly. They take a lot of time to play out. Some trades that just instantly move. Like okay, if we look at this ECL, see, still going from here. This was the same signal that I took when it got aligned, the lined up with the rotation. Same run, 8 weeks, 2 months, nonstop is going up, right? Well, I don't know that thing is gonna move up 8, 9 weeks in a row. The same thing with the Boeing we did. Boeing got the buy signal here, rotation confirmed, buy signal trigger. I was like, big name, big industrial stock. I was like, boom. I opened the position and that thing just keep ripping 8 straight weeks up in a row. Yeah, these are beautiful trades. Who doesn't want that? A straight melt up. But it's gonna stop, I know. Not gonna go up forever. 8, 9 weeks. I don't know how long the streak is gonna go. It's been 8 weeks. RSI is at 91. So it's up there now. So what happened with Boeing? That's the move that we caught. Now it's cooling off. Not giving back too much, but it's backing away. So it got a weekly signal last week. I wasn't really expecting that, but so I don't know. It can reverse. Take these trades and don't just pick one or two or three. Don't do that. All of them. Because you have to understand that like these trades takes at least minimum 5 months. Okay, that's the average for a weekly buy and a sell signal. Is average is 5 months. That's when you're gonna see a one buy or a sell signal. Every stock is different, but based on all the research that like the time comparison that I have done over the years, the average time frame is approximately 5 months. That's when you actually see something. So you can, just to get an idea, is to see from here to here was 14 bars. So 14 bars is what? Um, 14 bars, 14 divided by 4 weeks, which is 1 month, right? Makes it what? 3.5 months. See? So you count the number of weekly bars, it's 14. So from the one signal to a buy signal took 3.5 months. See the time? Not all of them will be the same, but when every time when I the first thing that I always look at is the rotation. When I come back to a signal, and then I always gonna see like, okay, I want to see when was the last time something triggered and how, just to get an idea. Doesn't I don't know how the next one is gonna go. So I always look at the time between buy and sell, how long the previous one buy triggered, and then how long it stayed until the sell came, right? So I calculate that time the way I'm just showing you right there. So this is a 3.5 months. So after 3.5 months, something's gonna trigger, and especially in the big names, it's gonna go. Yeah, it depends. Every stock is different. Like now we look at Oracle, right? So now you look at Oracle, just in an example, a buy signal triggered here on this week to here was 26 bars, so meaning 26 weeks. So do the same thing. 26 divided by 4, 6.5 months. So 6.5 months. So it takes a lot of time. Now, if we go back this way, from this sell to this buy, 20. But 20 is what? 5 months. 20 divided by 4. Now you want to go back to a daily time frame. There you go. Buy, sell, buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here. Yeah, look at that. You want that? So what do you want to trade? You want to trade this rotation, this signal, or you want to trade the other side, which looks cleaner to you? Where would you feel more comfortable? Say like, hey, you know what? I'd be more comfortable putting money on this side, okay, over this. One big fake out, boom. People calling out bottoms. Bottom is in. One session up, stock, oh, yeah, is the bottom is in? That's the first question comes in everybody's mind over one session. Same thing with the sell-off. Once one sell-off comes down, well, the top is in. Some of your guys' mentality is so weird and different. It just kind of amazed me, like how do you actually kind of like see things like it just you got like you got too excited over a one single move or what is your approach to the market? So it's been how long? So so it's been what? 19 19 bars, 19 weeks so far. So almost going to a 5 month stretch, right? So something is gonna come in the next week or two or three. It's not there yet, but something will come. When is gonna come? We're gonna find out from the rotation. So that was my point is that the average time for these to play out to trigger is like approximately 5 to 5.5 months. Right. Now you look at Nvidia, the most important stock. From here to here, 23 months, 23 weeks, right? So from 23 to here, 29 bars, 29 weeks. So far, it's been 16 bars so far, 16 weeks. There you go. That's why the stock didn't really move much because it's sitting under a sell signal. And here we are, the stock is going into an earnings. Very hard bet to make because you're willing to buy something, but you're gonna see like, okay, I'm gonna be right. Even the fact the screen is telling you that no, your odds of failing is much higher, but you're willing to bet against this. That's what you're willing to do. You're fighting. This is when the rotation doesn't in your favor, right? So you have no confirmation on the rotation. You have no confirmation on a buy signal, but you want to buy because you wanted to fight this to see if the price can take out this. So I'm going to be a hero. That's why I have zero interest trading NVIDIA earnings. Like, no, it has a sell signal here, plus has no rotation confirmation. It's like, I don't know. I mean, it can go, of course, but just chopping around. Anyways, back to the business. 2000 stocks. So if you wanted to filter this, there's Mara here as well. So this is something some of you guys like this name. There's some random weird names of these, but we just gotta. So the sectors that the the one um here, right? So you got energy material. So you know the rotation is real estate, utilities, communication is, I mean, it's not there yet. Okay, the communication you have Google, Meta, and Netflix. Okay, those top three, but it's gonna show up here. So the sector. So you just remember those. So now, which one that you wanted to? There's a 2000 stocks. There's nothing else here. So if you wanna go on next week on Monday, say like, hey, I wanna buy something. Well, you got this is your choice. And then now we gotta have to make sure that whichever stock is here, it has a signal there as well. So for first step is always rotation.
Can you sort that out by industry?
I did this here. So the sector is technologies here. Semi is this one. Siva. Regional bank is NB. Whatever. I just like some of the because this is 2000 stocks. Some of these stocks you're never gonna probably heard of them. Clear, secure, oil. Oil is you have DK. Industrial, you got this Bauman Consulting Group, BWNN. You can do this. You can do open watch list. There you go. So we can do, oops, do the market weight. Not that many names anyway. So we can do this. We can do sector. There you go. So now you know exactly from top to there. Then we can do RRG. There you go. So the RRG is all here. So bring this thing down here. Now we open a chart. You don't really don't, it's just, it's there, folks are. So now we gotta go to, there you go, weekly time frame. So we don't have to look at this. We can just go like this. Okay. Rotation is already there. And that's your swing counts here. Different framework, but we rely on this. So now you gotta put this one here, not that one. Okay, CPK, buy signal triggered here is already on the move, right? So what's the play here? You're trying to play this breakout. This will open the upside on this stock. This is going to be a late entry because we're running stocks, because we're going into that 2,000 stocks now that I don't really usually do. So one by one, you gotta filter it down. Second one is SMHI. Here you go, already on a run. That's on a $4 stock. Here, you had a buy signal back here, got a huge pop. These because these are all confirmed rotations now. So not every one is gonna line up. Here got a buy signal here on this one. Riot platform, some technology company.
No, it's Bitcoin, isn't it? The Bitcoin miner?
So you want to look at Mara.
That's Bitcoin miner too.
Yeah. So there's some of them. So this is all it is. So Mara has shown a rotation now. It doesn't have a confirmed buy signal. It might come next week. Okay, so what's how the technical looks like? Okay, well, last time we had this stock had a sell signal here. It's been 18 weeks. Same drill that we do, right? So he's been 18 weeks divided by 4 gives you 4.5 months. So don't have a buy banner yet. It might come next week, but we're gonna see. Find out on Monday. Well, the stock is gonna face a pretty stiff rotation. Where? Right there. Okay. Why? Because this was the previous swing low. This is where the price made a lower low. So every time the stock is gonna bounce, it's gonna face a pretty stiff resistance here. That's exactly what I've been seeing. Price went up, right poke right there and backed off. You're not gonna instantly break. So all your confirmation is you need a close above this resistance, then that the price can make its way out. So once the buy signal will trigger, then it will give you the invalidation mark, and then you wait for the breakout. Rotations is gonna help. Okay. So IDCC already has a confirmed buy signal. I don't know these stocks. I'm just now you try to play this move. Rotation first, signal second. Keep repeating yourself every day. Core, nothing here yet. It's if something is here, there is sometimes because like if there's some big company or something that I know that will show up on a scan if it doesn't have a buy signal yet, what I do is just like I'll just buy like a 25, 30 shares if I really want to get in. I can handle a share for like a week or two or three, right? And then in a week or two or three, when that rotation kind of holds up a little bit more, it will trigger a signal one way or another. But I don't like to blindly just get in because this side looks too, promising. So rotations, these are definitely confirmed rotation, but you need a confirmation here on the technical side. Okay, so to just, I'm not gonna just these are one by one. I gotta go through them. So I mean, so look at the sectors, and you have to look at their market cap and things like this. Is like SEG. I see. I already picked up this one. No, I don't have that. We're not gonna chase that one. It already got a huge pop. Um, it's a Siva here. Some Nothing here yet. It's because something is gonna come soon because they've been down for like 4 months or so. So I told you like average is like around like close to like 5 months. There's no like some pharmaceutical company. I don't know this. Industrial is what is this one? BWM. Yeah, nothing here yet. So this industrial sector, the leader is this. Look at that. It's been running since last year, since April 28. So the industrial level, which is called like, it didn't come from those other names. I mean, yeah, the Ecolab and all the other ones are there, but the top leader is this. It's been running since last year. Same thing with XOM. See, all these stocks are all running since last year. Since this one is since last June. That time when the rotation was there, and over time it's kept on going. There's nothing new. Like something new is gonna trigger. You think I'm gonna miss it? Um, we need to get out of this 2000 crap. To be honest, just too many random weird names. 500 is we can do 1500. S&P 1500 at least is gonna have a little decent. So you got a Berkshire Hathaway and stuff. 1500 is gonna be a little better. Yeah. Too many rats in the Russell 44 names. So same thing. Open watch list. Put a name here. Then we can do the sector. That's it. So we don't need to look at the rotation. I'll bring the same thing here. Rotation is already confirmed. So we can do by sectors. There you go. These are the only choices now for the next week. All here. It's not gonna get any better than the 1500 of the S&Ps. All Imara is here as well. Match Group, Netflix, all the other ones. TLN utilities. There's one pick right there. So that's the best bet. One of them, because the utilities, remember on the rotation on the weekly is behind the XLP right now. Other one is Sempra, SRE. It's already got the 2 weeks ago triggered a buy signal. And the other one is CPK. So there's three names in utilities. This one we already went through. Transportation looks good. We got Uber. 1 week. 2 weeks. 3 weeks. 4 weeks. 5 weeks. 6 weeks. 7 weeks. 8 weeks. 9 weeks. 10 weeks. 11 weeks. 12 weeks. 13 weeks. 14 weeks. 15 weeks. 16 weeks. 17 weeks. 18 weeks. 19 weeks. 20 weeks. 21 weeks. 22 weeks. 23 weeks. 24 weeks. 25 weeks. 26 weeks. 27 weeks. 28 weeks. 29 weeks. 30 weeks. 31 weeks. 32 weeks. 33 weeks. 34 weeks. 35 weeks. 36 weeks. 37 weeks. 38 weeks. 39 weeks. 40 weeks. 41 weeks. 42 weeks. 43 weeks. 44 weeks. 45 weeks. 46 weeks. 47 weeks. 48 weeks. 49 weeks. 50 weeks. 51 weeks. 52 weeks. 53 weeks. 54 weeks. 55 weeks. 56 weeks. 57 weeks. 58 weeks. 59 weeks. 60 weeks. 61 weeks. 62 Nothing there yet, but we're gonna watch because this one just showed up this week. I know that. So I'm watching this one is because this one has been down 20 20 weeks. So it's been 20 weeks so far. So what I'm saying, this average rotation on a big names by the time when it runs the course, okay, on uh, on uh, on the rotation is at approximately 5 months is when the stock completes a circle and it's gonna come up here like on the on the rotation graph. So bunch of technology here. Mara, we already did it. CDNS, CDNS. Nothing here yet. It's gonna come. If something is here, then you expect another week or two. Something's gonna trigger here soon. So getting ready. Netflix already looked at them. I don't know, Bentley system, VLT of manufacturing, MMM. Okay, so Crane, Health Technology, TFX. There you go. So this one has a confirmed. See, now you have a confirmed rotation. Now you have a confirmed buy. So there's some health. WRB. This one has a confirmed one. Too choppy though. Keep that. Gotta be careful as well. I don't like too close calls. Stock is kind of struggling. It gives you a sign that the prices keep failing. HR, healthcare, reality. See, this one is trying to make a move. This is all in finance. Some Marcus, healthcare, Berkshire Hathaway, Allstate. Oh God, this is too much overlap. Arlo, Tegna. I don't know these names. Reynolds, PVH, LW. Yeah, we looked. This one has a confirmed buy signal. Got a massive dump right there. So it's got to fight this. CPB, KB Homes. So this can make his way out. And then XYZ. So this one got the news this week about them cutting their workforce by 40%. So rotation definitely looks good. It's up 19% move. Yeah, I don't know, yesterday or so. So we'll see if something triggers. That's it. This is all it is. You tell me how many positions you want to open. I know I am not personally used to seeing this. You gotta have to have at least 60, 70, 80 names, That's what you call the rotation. That's when the market expand on the market breadth and stuff. Not this. Some weird companies in there, and I only did. I'm on this side. I'm going 1500. I mean, I go to regular only 500. That's the one we always should be looking at. So 18 stocks. So all the other ones are here. There's 18. These are all S&P 500 stocks. So just yeah, too many choice. And don't act like that that I'm not opening positions. I mean, I'm trading. I'm trading the lights, and it just this is not gonna help. So what do we have open? But a long dated leap yesterday on now, right? We're all the way in December. It's gonna hit 130. So got 10 months to find out. It's gonna it's the this thing is so then rest is all here. Palantir is open, trying to see if we can get to 140. No confirmed weekly. It's just it has a buy signal on a daily, but not on a weekly. So I just taken the see nothing here. It's only on a daily time frame. See right there. This is what I'm trying to play out against this low. See if we can poke to this 140. If it can make his way out, yeah, it'll be beautiful, but we'll see. What else we have? Qs. This is the 1 hour that I've been dealing that I've been taking the last two. This is open. SWKS. That was the Qs that I just did on the hourly. Microsoft bottom a long dated spread on this one, 425, 450. So the story on this one is the same. Got a buy signal here on the daily time frame. So we'll see. Nothing on weekly. Look at that. This thing, the same thing is down for 17 weeks so far. So the same thing here from here to here was 28, 28 weeks. So you take 28 weeks divided by four, 7 months. So 7 months and 17 divided by four is roughly like 4.5 months, more than a quarter, So that's what what I told you before. Average is around like 5 months, 5 to 5.5 months. So some of these like more liquid stocks which has more volume and things like this, those stocks they're just gonna um like if you we did NVIDIA before and stuff, which kind of gives you a general idea and you cannot predict anything, but that's how we have this thing set up. Rotation first, signal second, not the other way around. I will never ever open up a position on a stock If it just shows a promising buy signal, it means nothing to me. I need rotation first. You want to know where the capital is actually flowing, where the big money is coming in, how they're opening positions. That's when you get in. And you want to be early. I don't want to be a late one. These software, the software names which are getting punished hard. Eli Lilly right there got a sell signal on a weekly now. Been chopping around sideways for a long time. So again, look at that. Buy signal triggered here. What can I say? 27. So 27 weeks. So 27 divided by 4, 6.75. So a little over 6.5 months. So Costco is on a run. Lockheed Martin ripping this. This one sold off quite a bit, trying to bounce from here. These are just very beat up stocks. But this one pop right there doesn't mean this is the bottom. We need confirmation um, from the rotation. Yeah, this one has rotation, right? But we'll see. Deer, same thing on a move. Industrial stock. This is industrial stock. Lindy, Amgen, Abby. I'm trying to see if Abby can break out here. This definitely looks like a fourth wave to me. Got so much overlap. So this is a 52 week low. One, two, three, four, just to see if it doesn't have a buy signal here. Just gotta has to fight and see if it can make a higher high, right? But it's the whole month. It just went by four of these AMT United. It's just I don't know, T-Mobile, Visa, got a cell signal here. But these are not on so we're gonna watch Uber. This has a confirmed rotation. So I want to watch this one on Monday and see if we could if something's gonna trigger on Monday, we'll just open up a spread here of this and we can just box a spread here and this, which will be this is 76.80. So yeah, we'll do 75.80 call spread, so if it makes its way out, fine. But rotation that one just shows up. So we'll see what happened on Monday. I'll watch. I want to take my revenge on this pig. Anyways, took me killed me on last January. I think we did a trade on that one, something like that. I'm gonna go to the canvas. I think it was Jan. Yeah, right there. 1995. I did a call spread for 50%. I remember that. Yeah, so this owes me 50%. Yeah, I'll do it. I mean, you got me this time. I was like, I've done it many times. So like, I'll wait for the next one. So this owes me 50% of premium. So we'll see. Nike is still bouncing around. Kind of a little choppy, but we can turn around. It would be nice. Same thing here. I have this thing open from here and it's 18 bars. See, 18 weeks when it triggered this. I have this thing open on the, I call it the music signal. You know, this one, the pink one. It's been 2 weeks so far. You know the drill on this one. Pink signal stops, music stops. So so we'll see what happens. Yeah, same thing here with Apple and stuff, you see. Week after week after week. Whenever it's gonna stop, the stock's not all over. So that's the very unique one. It's just different. This task screen is more mechanical, versus that's just a totally different platform. Um, rest is, I don't know. You want to look at some stock, you can just tell me. You got the speaker open. I don't have this that much.
ABT, how about?
There is not a, yeah, I got a new fresh buy signal here on this one. So there's a, not showing on a scan. Okay, but not showing up on a scanner. Okay, it's because daily is already here. It's not down here. Okay, so it's not ready yet on a, okay. Something to watch. It's gonna show up because I run scan every weekly is, well, you've seen it right now. But the um so this one is not damaged. I'm telling you, it's boring market. It's not, this is not a market to press any heavy, to be honest. Cycle is sideways, price action is sideways, the rotation is so damn thin, you know. Boeing is already there, Broadcom still under this. I'll try to play a counter trend. I would I would much rather do those, try to focus more on short term, kind of in and out trade. And let's just right now is um like, these talking about these hourly ones, like these 500-600 dollar moves, they pay like this, these 650, like 5 point widespread trades, from 615, 620, cash like a 3 4 5 point move. That's it, done, out. Buy at 258, sold them at 298. To pay like 5 600. Oh, depends how you position it, but we did last a week before we did 2 rounds done on the SPY, remember? Bottom right at 250, sold them at 295. This one like 600 $700. This one then I bought them again, same stock, same trade. I just run it with round two. This one I paid last one I paid 250. This one I paid 263. So 263, this one got him at 298. So this one got him at 295. This one got him at 298. Paying with 13 cents more. 486. That was it's like 1100 bucks. These are hourly, like they're either gonna work the same in a couple hours or by probably like as long as it hold overnight. Yeah, then cash it out and move on.
Well, can you
I
go
see
over
these kind of
international
I don't do
market?
that.
Because
I don't
why
cover those
not? Why
because
not?
I don't want to trade international market.
No, I mean like index. I'm not talking about individual stock, which is totally different story. Like, EWY, which is South Korea, EWZ, Brazil, EWJ, Japan, for example.
Yeah, I don't trade none of that stuff. Yeah, these are the
Why
ETFs.
not? Why not? Tell me why. Because, money has been made. Why you avoid those?
I'm not into action, but I rather trade in U.S. market. I'm just not into the international markets. U.S. market has a lot more opportunities, anyways.
Yeah,
I don't know
but
what kind of a
those,
liquidity is.
those are the index. So, and then those, countries index went up so high while the, US stock market overall, has gone sideways.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm more into individual stocks and you know
Yeah,
this.
but you trade S&P and QQQ and IW.
Yeah,
I,
I
I,
trade what it shows up in the
IWM.
rotation. That's all. That's the only thing I can tell you.
Yeah, because if you don't look at the outside beyond the U.S. market, you
Mhm.
know you will be just blindsided.
I mean, if I want to, well, that's a different thing. But if I don't want to, well, I don't.
Yeah,
The
Hi,
so I
U.S.
don't
hi Mo.
understand the
the
reason
U.S.
why.
market keeps me the
Hi
U.S.
Mo.
market keeps me pretty busy. So
Mo, we're not asking for option trades there. I think if you could look, like you look at the sectors, XLK, XLU, if you can look at like 5, 10 international ETFs that we supply to you, and if you can create charts, that would be useful. We can say, and I can send you some ETFs. We allocate international in my 401k. I have been upsizing that because they were doing better because of weak dollar. So and growth is happening there more than it is happening in US because US going through capex cycle. Growth in US will be later after the capex takes off. But there are a few ETFs that we could ask you for if it's okay with you.
give
Just not too
me
many. Yeah.
if you
Good
want, if
point.
I can make a folder here for you. Give me a list of stocks. Type them on a chat, and then I'll make a folder. I made it here from this mineral because these stocks don't show us up on S&P though. Keep that, these are just I have to make them manually. So it's gonna um what is the other guys in the I don't know, it's AS, what's his ticker, AV, whatever. He's the one who keeps me busy with these names.
It's me. It's me, Mo. Some of my
Oh, you,
picks some of
sorry.
my picks are up 400% in the last 2 years. So I'm doing all right. Thanks.
Nice. Very nice. It's so these are the ones that I made it for you. Nuclear one and this mineral. You're the one who gave me all these names. I don't know, daily, gotta go into a weekly. So these are all the nuclear stocks.
Nuclear is not mine. I've been more of a metals, minerals, but nuclear somebody else gave you, but we like it. We like it.
Yeah, if you want to do minerals, that's minerals right there. MP is looking kind of swing is down. There may be a potential here. This is some sort of a bullish setup here. This green box. Then that's what next week that usually the stock gets a pop. Um, let's take this swing to this. Okay, so it's right at so it's five. Okay, so it's fighting this 78.6 between this swing low and swing high. 54, 58, 58 right now. So rotation looks good. It might make a move.
Would
Uh,
you look at FCX also?
you need swing direction. The direction of the swing is down. So yeah, yeah. FCX is on that signal right there, the structural signal, the pink one. You see,
Yeah,
medium swing playing.
and then there's a ETF for the copper ones that Ruben posted. It's also good. COPX,
Yeah, if you
COPX.
have something open on this one, and you have to keep checking every week because it's been any week this thing will stop. Whichever week that will stop is when you're gonna see the stock gonna roll over. Okay.
Sure. Is there a way to project a price on this? I was thinking 82 or so, but is there a way to project a price with this signal?
You can measure a swing, take this, run an extension. I know you don't have the swing chart. Let's take this low to this projected from here. There you go. You got 69.87. We can open up 200 and this. So that's your upside right there. 78 and 91 if it continues. Okay, so now you're facing 69.87. 69.75 was the high was made this week. Okay, so this is a resistance here. That was a resistance here. It's backed off. So we'll see. So we gotta watch this. So we'll see when next week it needs to make a higher high again. As long as this is, I mean, my point is this: you need to watch this. Okay,
Pull up a longer term chart though, like several years, like a max chart. Yeah.
why you want to go that far?
No, just in terms of projecting the price, because remember I sent you an example of like AG. It had a monthly breakout. It went from like $5 to $30, but that's on like a 10 years.
That's monthly right there. This is gonna be because your monthly and weekly swings pretty much they're gonna be the same.
So when you look at it monthly, it hasn't really broken out to the extent that it could break out if you look at it monthly.
Oh, monthly is
It is just crossing over like 10-year highs, I think, or something.
yeah. So you got because there's a bigger time frame. It's gonna punish me this thing. So you got this resistance here. The drawdown now is trying to make a room to the upside.
Yeah, this is part of the AI trade with the copper. So
Yeah, this thing is just that's a long time. Oof. 2009, 10. Damn.
yeah, see if it breaks out here, it's only going to come back and retest the 60s. That's all. It'll
You have a
it'll just
pretty, yeah, you have a very good confirmation here. That's it.
So what about the other corporate names that I have shares like Rio, RIO, and um BHP, which
That's here
run a
as
lot.
well.
Yeah, BHP.
This is minerals.
Yeah, it's it's copper, iron, all those, metals. I don't think you put that in your mineral metal folders.
Oh, okay. I don't, I mean, okay. I own, again, I have this folder here and this because of this guy who gave me all these names. So I have AG, CDMUX, AU, ASM, all these names right there. GDX, Newmont. Because when like when I run S&P 500 scan, these names are not there. These are not that huge that doesn't have enough market cap for to be in that
Yeah,
S&P.
but you know,
I have to run them.
that
I have to watch them.
they run a lot.
Yeah, that's why I have to kind of track them manually, you know. So that I got ETN. Here is this one. So just go off with the swing
ETN
stocks.
is a European company and it's in natural gas, I think.
Yeah, because these a lot of these stocks they got quite a bit of run since last year. Remember? I mean, all this run right there, they got them huge. Some of them got ripped really hard to the
Yeah, so the
upside.
question I'm having is that, whether I should sell BHP, Rio. I had a lot of shares on Rio, but I sold, major holding, part of my holdings too
Real?
early because, yeah, Rio. It's Australian, copper, iron ore, you know, miner.
Weeklies or dailies? Yeah, look at this. Oh, it's pretty good. Strong. It's holding pretty strong.
Yeah, it's been strong. I regret that I,
Yeah. Wait for the
sold
rotation.
too
Well, yeah.
early, but I still have some small, some shares. So I was wondering whether I should totally get out or still hold on to it. So
Well, if the rotation is gonna tip over, yeah, then you gotta take some off. It's still strong, so it's trying to.
yeah, Rio is like, FCX, but it's an Australian stock.
Yeah, huge move. It just you can do this. So your next upside is 108. So just watch and see if it's gonna get to 108. It's strong. It is, I mean, it could kind of back off. It's not gonna give back that much. Rotation is pretty strong. This kind of a huge move. The same thing, and most of the time it stock goes sideways after you have such a monster move. Same thing. We're looking at the market right now, the S&P. Big huge move sideways. Chew time now. Um, yeah, make a list for those whatever international ETFs that you wanted to trade. Then we'll make another folder here, and well, now I mean, you're gonna be chasing it's all up here. I wouldn't do it, but
Look
um,
at look at Turkey, TUR. That's not too far gone yet. It's probably got another 20% to go.
it's 31 now. It's 40.
Yeah, but I think it can go to 48. Yeah.
44. You can. This is one of some of the. You can just look at these ones. 44, 47. I
Yeah,
could change them.
you just buy
Change
them
them.
on pullbacks, basically. You buy them on pullbacks.
Yeah, if it
Into,
holds, yeah.
into the green zone. Yeah.
Right, because some of
EW and also EWZ Brazil, the
this
major
one
holdings.
is 35. Hang on, 35 divided by 4. So it's been almost pretty close to 9 months now. So it's been 9 months that's been holding so far. 9 months. This one was from 28. So 28 divided by 4 is 7 months. You see, he had a 7 months drawdown from that sell to this buy. So it took 7 months for this to trigger, and now it's been almost 9 months. You see, that's what I'm talking about. But ETFs are dip a little, they don't move. This is up how much? 18% for the year so far. What's the other one you said?
PWV, Brazil. It's got the, Bell, which is copper, and the PBR, which is oil, as
Yes.
a major top holdings.
Yeah, this one is up 21%. Next upside 42 and 47.
Huh?
Yeah, it's been running since January of yeah, since January. So that's a huge run on this one.
This right here.
So this one is been on a run for 58 weeks. Well, 58 divided by 4 was 14. 1 year and that's what 14 and a half. So I like 1 year and 2 months. Yeah, these
And
are
South
these
and
are
South
old.
Korea.
These are old signals. Like they've been running for a year. What's the
Right, but it's expanding.
give me the ones I don't signals are
And
one thing.
also Korea is EWY,
EW
50% of EWY, South Korea, and the 50% of the, holdings are Samsung and the SK Hynix. You know, they are the memory chip makers.
okay. What are the names you have? This it? So EWY, EWZ, what else?
I'll send you some Mo.
Yeah, send me the list of those, then I'll just make one here. I yeah, they're of course. Look at the rotation. There's absolutely no weakness here at all.
And EWJ Japan too.
What is it called? EWG?
EWJ Japan.
Yeah, right there. Now, if you want to do SPY, no, I don't want to do SPY because of the main index. Mm, IWM, do, what's that? EEM, emerging market. Okay. Can do,
INDA. INDA.
kind of lagging behind. Yeah, just if you just send me a list, then I'll just put all here. But again, these are, you know, already in a wild move. Yeah, these ones were much, if you were wanted to invest and early on, then when they were here, yeah, you would have been, you know, you will be like this. These are the ones that are, because I have
Those
all
index
these ones,
were
they were,
in
huh?
Southwest back in April, and they just kept on going, expanding,
Yeah.
expanding, expanding, especially since third quarter, fourth quarter last year. The move was exponential.
Mhm. Again, the process is, okay? The process is our our framework for is always gonna be the same, is to pick something here, not here, something here, okay? And then from here, week after week, which one will go? From here, as soon as from here it's gonna start losing momentum, it's gonna get hit with a sell signal. then you just get out. How many of them is going to make it? We don't know. But most of them will. That's why we trade the basket. So this is a pure example. That's how you build portfolios. This is how you build portfolios. Rotation, signal, and you stay the course. Let the thing work week after week after week, and that's it. Don't look at the daily time frame. Don't look at any week. That's not just purely strict to the weekly time frame. Weekly rotation, weekly signal. That's it. I don't care one session, two session, up and down. I want to see what the Friday close is. Because all these, you think, I don't even know this academy sport and outdoor company. This, I remember this one, the DLR. DLR got like triple upgrades. I remember that on this stock. It was last month, I believe. If you scroll up to the news, there's like banks after banks, they're upgrading their stock because it was somewhere around here. See, some of them already made it this way. So it's just when it's the same scan that we're running right now, they're all sitting here right now. So which one is gonna make its way up? Well, it just has to hold the low of the here. So got in here was, I believe, here, January 19th, right there. So it's been what, 6 weeks so far. So almost like a month and a half, right? So, so the point here is that first step is rotation. We need to know where capital is flowing, where capital is coming in, where the capital is going out. Market breadth is it's a little tricky. Market breadth is just depends how you look at them, how you had them. You just doing moving averages on those. Like you want to see like how many stocks are closing above 50. You can build a breadth the way you want it. Okay, so it just is different. This framework is the actual real capital flow that you track in. There's a huge difference. You want to see the market breadth, we have them here that I post them every single day. Yesterday was what? 278 stocks advanced, 225 was decliners. See, it's like a mixed breadth. It's half half. Even the fact that market did sell off. Remember, like yesterday, right? But look at the breadth. Half half. Almost 250, 250. One side is not like 400 and something, and this one is down only like 90, 100 stocks are down. But you have it's mixed. Every day is the same thing. You have a neutral chop because we're in a compression zone right now, phase right now in the market. That's why everything is just so tight. Breadth expand when we have expansion in the market. We don't. you know so there's many different ways you can build a market breadth. I can do it wherever you want to look. It depends what you want. You want to put this McLean oscillator here, the volume decliner, downside cap. This just, it's a massive breadth that you can make. Percentage from all-time high, low, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 decliners, cap weighted volume, percentage with the RSI, which is closed below the 30 mark. This is the one stocks that are all above 70 mark on the RSI 14, the percentage wise. How many stocks are basically oversold or it's trading above the 70? It's all, you can't put all in one chart. But you just want to build to see, like, you wanted to see, like, okay, at least I want to know um, how the stocks are doing. Advanced and decliners will give you a pretty good idea, how the overall day went and how the week is going. You want to see stocks like, okay, how many stocks are trading above 20? How many of them are at above 50, 100, 200? I mean, breadth is insane. It just all depends how you want to build it. It's just like, again, it's like how deep you want to go into a market with your technical analysis. I mean, you really don't want to make things that complicated, or, just keep it simple. It's just, it's much easier. And I mean, one screen, one signal, rotation first, signal second. That's it. Those two confirm in. One side is confirming, the other one is not. We just wait, you know? Because most of these signals, that's what I'm saying, they're coming to us after 5 months or so. A good company after 5 months, when the triggers, they hold. They don't fail right away. Look, 24 bars, meaning 24 weeks, 6 months. We go this way, 16. You know, this one was 4 month run. At that time back here, there was, I mean, I didn't even know what it mean. I didn't know that the market is gonna be so goddamn tight. I would have picked way more stocks in January. There was so many, was so many stocks that time. I'm talking about that 60, 80 result scan. But I just said, like, well, it's gonna cost me a lot of money to buy these ones. Just pick the right ones. So, okay, well, let's see what else is gonna come in. And so you did the. So I'll make one here for you. And so you have 8ESCKSAEWGEFACQQQ. You don't have those, whatever, the Japanese and all that stuff, Brazil. What is this? It's okay, Max 7. Yeah. So if you have any other names we can add, I'll um, okay. You have EWZ, EEM, EWJ. Okay, I'm gonna add them here. EWZ,
I think
EEM,
there's a emerging market excluding China, which is EMXC.
EMX,
XP. That's the emerging markets excluding China.
EMXP.
No,
Oh,
XP as in China.
Okay, it's all here now. So
TUR.
I got the TUR now. Oh, right there. Okay. Okay, which one is leading? Brazil, 22%. Emerging market ex China, 21. Turkey. This one is 14. Japan, 14. Canada, 5. Germany, 3. 1.64. China technology is flat. India small cap is, that's a small cap. You gotta go with a large cap.
INDA.
Oh, and also you are missing South Korea, EWY.
Okay. Well, these ones are already run their course. I mean, they're still running. So your potential is, oh, this one is going, that's not a good sign. Um, the reversal hook right there, losing momentum. This one right there, SMIN, small cap is SMIN. There you go. So this one has a confirmed signal. You see, the rotation there is confirming. I can look at them. So this one has this low, 65, has to hold to make a room. So the weekly swing is up as well. So has a 2 down week. So it has a pretty deep retracement. So always scary when you have a low and then you had a potential really like a good bounce for several months, and then you had a full rollover. It's just it's tough. You want a little decent retracement. You don't want that kind of a deep all the way down to 78.6 against this low. So if you just look at the time here, it just gives you the same picture. From buy to here was 20, and then from here to here is 29. See, so
Yeah,
basically,
that's
yeah.
because he slapped 50% tariffs against India.
Oh, okay.
This
So
is all
this,
tariff. Once the tariff thing gets over, it'll be okay.
okay. I mean,
Right.
yeah, these deeper retrace. See, the typical retracements when you have when first you need to kind of know how to identify a swing. You need to know what the high and low of the low and the high of the swing is. So the typical retracement are the 38.2 and 50%, right? The reason why and this and 23.6, because according to Elliott wave, right? If you had a wave 1, 2, and 3, fourth wave retracement usually falls around here between this zone. This is where it finds support and it makes its way back up toward a fifth wave, right? The fourth wave typical retracements are these. If you had a fourth wave that retracing below 50%, that's not a fourth wave anymore, right? Once you start, basically, what my point is that once the initial swing and you start giving back more than 50%, it's not there. Okay. There's going to be a very, very good chance that it's going to go all the way down to 78.6. Okay. The reason why it being is like because the 50% retracement mark is literally a threshold mark, okay, based on the Elliott wave, okay, that any retracement that gets more than 50%, it's gonna either you have a completed five-way move, and then you're gonna have a deeper wave two is coming on you. If it's starting to fit into that 23 and 38.2% mark here, and if it finds support here, okay, that way you can still make the chance of a fourth wave that can give you the initial one more push back to the upside. So that retracement that I am talking about, okay, is that's where I will figure out what is gonna happen next to this to the price. Once once you start giving back more than 50%, okay, you know, that you're gonna have, because once you have a sell signal here and you start breaking 50, next is what, 61.8, then you have 78.2, 78.6. That's gonna be a last resort against this low. You know, because you look at the retracement level, you need that higher low swing. That's your low. This is your high. This is a higher low swing. So what you're looking for now is higher high. That's what you need now for this trade to play out. And where it will confirm once it takes out this high, which is this 78.54. That's when the price makes a higher high. Now this higher low must stay above this low. That's the swing. So you want to put A, B, C, you can do that. You want to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as a 1, and then WXY as a 2, you can do that. So it doesn't matter what you want to do. Whatever makes you happy. But in the end, it all comes down to rotation, retracement level to see where the support and you know held and where the signal triggered. Capital flow is just that thing has to. So this signal triggered here. Now you have a rotation that's confirming. Then you have a signal that is confirming. Now you have a pretty good probability that the trade will have a much better probability that's going to play out. It's not like we don't lose trade. Of course we do, and we will. We're gonna win more of them, most of them anyway. So why you all people worried about it? Just don't understand. Why do you worry about it? You cannot handle some of you cannot handle a loss, or you just like open too big of a position that you just freaking out all the time. No loss ever bothers me. Why does it bother you? Tell me that. Give me a reason. I want to know your opinion. What do you think about it? Why loss bothers you? You know you're gonna be wrong. Nothing's gonna happen. If you take in big size positions and keeping you up at nighttime, you have a problem. It's a serious problem. See, look, we have caught trades that instantly move week after week after week. You know, then we put trades on that takes time. Then it will work. It will work its way up. We have take times it's gonna take a freaking rough start. Just open a position, boom, they start puking right away. Some that just goes down stays, and then just makes a full reversal back up. So it's very hard to predict like how it's gonna play out, you know? All we're trying to defend is to see if the low holds and the rotation looks good, and that's it. I mean, that's the framework. So, okay. Anything else? It's not seriously. It's such a boring market. I mean, as you know, I love to trade. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we're gonna be trading. It's just, and I really don't want to throw many trades in at the same time. And we're in this phase in the market just to start taking some heavy losses and then chasing those losses just to break even. I don't want to be that. It's just that's not how I want to do things. I would rather play, you know, throw out some big names far out on time and just keep scaling on a smaller time frame and just, just to see what I feel. The oil, yeah, I mean, I don't know, man, what the heck is going on in this world now with this. The feed is just Twitter is just going crazy. What is this? Palm Hotel in Dubai. Yeah, they're just launching. They don't know where the thing is gonna land. It's so, oh my God. Wow. Oh boy. Yeah, Iran just cannot reach too far. I mean, they just attacked all the U.S. Air bases, the bases they have. You know, Iran has a history of Persian history of 5,000 years. Iran has never attacked anyone. Read about it. In 5,000 years, Iran has never attacked any country. But nobody likes your regime and the laws and well, because of the policemen. That's so. Okay, I'm gonna stop this recording.